Skytrain no one samaba Attorney General afile another case. Omo di Ghana for sika $2 million. Our Skytrain na omo ka so omo de bre no $2 million. Enkofo we afedi train na ama. Attorney General akọ court e de asem we akọ dan court say san penufo mienu omo akromfo. Ye ba be court agye sika efiri sa akromfo mienu we ho. Professor Emeyaw Akumfi papa we meti didi ne medi 14 years ye be ye tre no edamunsuo so deche insuo be ne so na Lake Bosontwe anasa de insuo be na efa so efiri nkran aba Kumase na kwase ampanyi we hwede si gye ne ho fin hwe ne ho ntotoro hwe ne ho mpuru ka ambetena TV so keka nkwase asem deche ba omiade na munsuo so no na ekufo de na munsuo ase Skytrain $2 million train na ye hu $2 million ayera na chema wontumi aboyi ete hot so Kojo Oppong Nkrumah oya trofo we mu komiti asori de na nkopo kuoma to atwen obi di se Kojo Oppong Nkrumah onya president di ayewu odi esike gina kwakoto asawofo dross saa kwa we ade ti set abono ye ebusa na a simple question Kojo Skytrain na mo de campaign no Skytrain na mo say mo pump $2 million wom no the Skytrain will it be done when is it going to start? Also, when we talk about the railway sector, a lot has been done. Give us specific answer. Akwawe ohu madrosa na ni tine honhono. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah atrufo ngwa. PZ4 stay with me. Mamu ko baby a nsam wo ho. And asafo fro so abeda honi. Deche. Near to Chrome ha, Mr. S, Mr. P, get me deche. Near to Chrome and Omkachere say, Nana Dankwe Kufuado. On the MPP4, Omude Skytrain, Baomiade Namusiase, Nekufuado de Namusio, deche, Omude Bakumasi. Before powers here, chimney trouble chim one. Mumu say that chimo near the Mogubaket team near Shane so Shannon Sans Gumo. Na afe ye wia na mugumuna mo breno na yesade electric heater near the atum na mutimuno near yesade de baranzu twamochi na mugumuno ne yasa tutu preko ne more no ne ahwe agum na yahwe anwo agum so because e bubukumo. And the Akosini Skytrain no one samaba Attorney General afile another case. And papa your friend no Mr. Akumfi, Professor Christopher Akumfi. On the Abrantia your friend no Solomon Asamoah, ono so na the head of GIF. Na sankophobia anyway MPP Bekachire say omo the trains be by a friend no Skytrain. Mr. S, Mr. P, where is the Skytrain? Then Vesam Chechum say Ghana for am refi in your mad temodo. Moka Skytrain no. Ba omiade na muziase no. Na ekufo de na muzio soro. Deche. Ye de ba Kumase no muti TV so ye. Mahama ye be kyere no. JJ Rollins ye be kyere no. Kevin Taylor aboa ye de train e ba say amonche ye de train e bra ba we den. Deche enda akopie court no. Me be se me hu deche na me bokyere wansa na matoa so akwa bia ne hu fin bi o hye suit tan ekotena radio so wuntumi okumase ema MPP for ka kire kumase for PZ for omo a se bi o madwene ye adwuma ne omo no red wo PZ say MPP aban no e the train e be fa nsuo so efri nkran ewrade yango Omu kache se omu di train be fan nsuo so efri nkran deche ekufo de be fan nsuo ase na ba omia di train no ono ne de na afa nsuo soro na sa train no be duru Kumase a na Ghana fo mu se MPP yeti krom ha no mu kache se $2 million omu de akoka train no asem ama bibia da na kwam na eye MPP de onyame na de ba ye de twa efuruma ende deche na akopie court no deche. Mami jujum na Ghana for hu no kura no. Mr. S, when you see deche, let me have it. And Professor Emeyaw Akumfi on papa your friend Solomon Asamoah Attorney General na charge omo di Ghana for sika $2 million. our sky train na omuka so omde bre no yaka $2 million a ebia na pizza for mu bi mu sika na yeka no yesesa ne Ghana sika mu a menhia sa 30 ye be loadu agu menhia mu edan bia ye sika be wuram enya eboma ne ya egu nchen ne ya sesi menhia foforo ne ya park sika gum sa $2 million enkofo we afedi train na ama tie MPP for ya ende bawomianam oni kede Japan ye campaign say yen sam omumra $2 million she omoto omuntua yo omsa still yem omumra agoremu ye yim afrim mo se aka munyom baako enti ende attorney general akọ court e de assemwe akọ court say san penifo mienu me akromfo ye ba be court agye sika afri sa akromfo mienu we ho Professor Emeyaw Akumfi papa we meti di ne medi 14 years papa we meti di na medi 14 years eno mewura politics mi say ye de nyina ye jimi ya papa no de o man ko school ye say professor eme sa kro no nko a eni bre enti these two people they need to face trial. And you see, Mama Kevi Binchira Ghana for Munim. Oh, said and say MPP for no more for the Bamuni Baomi Juma. There are so many of them you don't see them on TV. Metima Kachiro, Obia on Tantan and Kabia say all Casa politics, no. Wako NIB Akuchukubi. T. Sen and say Ubusa won't say Aqua with an ansemitin and Kacho on Tamba TV so your friend ako NIB. Akotwan try to be so into also on TV Zubium. NPP for mo snitch no. Me say the minimum kura metuma about 5 akire. It is a own time who will be on TV so. Oh, nipa we not take so. They be not TV so. They say they no ya friend no. Ya de na kwhye dem. Wakaka nkofo nsem nyina wie because obeso be ko jail. Your friend is snitching. Who jail e be ku ato atwene. Oma snitch e na makwhye fie. Oma snitch solid. Now when nipa ma snitch amoko busa former sports minister say 18 hours so say dey na okodi no NIB ne aseme no kokan one no kan asem to do so metima mo list bebre mumuza sports minister no dey bia metima mo nipa 2 mumuza sports minister say okogina NIB by 11 hours no mo grilling no sa insem no kan one no kan asem to no so what was that sports minister what was what better TV so aka sabi cha kwasha be no sa sports minister na omo ye on say and say John Mahama Kasro ka say oh all African games no omo hwehwem sports minister ko kan nyina de wo mu nyina kire omo wa ko kan nyina on beso be ko jelo suro enti ya friend ne say wallahi tenase e be ndey o say ya guda ya day ka woduma sama he so be ko je o say wallahi meka say we jimi omo de ko see sports minister e no mu diska was snitching the more ding. Oh, where the ampa 70 million when it came, say we were here. Me as the sports minister, I don't have control. So Bedio told us that his wife will be cooking 70 million for 17 days. So I also did not say anything. So it's Bedio yes, it's Bedio true. Or getting the year in Maho, and then the girlfriend will say, hey, Nandy and Wamishama, dear Bessie, was snitching the dead. Met Mamo Bebre, and it's an unknown town who more TV so no. Mamma been wrong. That's the Chabana. Aha. Thank you very much, team. Sky Train, no. The Omukacha will say. Sky Train, Omukacha will say. Oh, Dabi, wait. Sky Train, Omukacha will say. Nane Kufado, Edna me poise. And about Umia, hey, moi santifone de. Mama MPP, Dimu grow every day. Sa ne better do for Esodene Court, Wankra. Yakosa ketegunu so ebru futro go tu for na ne mpaboa ho yesi ye baba ye den ye baba ye buankra MPP omo betimuti omo de mampon hene na o se bio nana de mrefa due omo tamo tu for efri menhia deche omo de tu for kosi buankra nana ye ba ye buankra o tu for sha hene ma fe eno mo bokete woni ye be kon aye ne obekon woni ye be kon aye ne obekon he omo de tu for na mo Deche then sky train we no catch am some de bakuma say ende 2 million omo court ho no mako isi am no ka say uni say na da kwa kufa da roma ye bedi
train at nothing so. Seriously. Yeah, but it train nothing so. Table fence so dash. Among Europe, UK, Holland, I don't mean trade fence from near the Enchakra. Then another difference also no, but me also about fence soon. I say, dear Quan.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no can see I can't know. Ah, yes, a company shows on yes, a more plane, you know, I train no. A bit of South Africa, and check the Babu. I from Kumasi to Accra, you use 1 hour 30 minutes. You can put much like Kumasi. Is there no Cassie? When you sell another father at Aroma? Yeah, birthday train at nothing so. Seriously. Yeah, but it train nothing so. Table fence so dash. Among Europe, UK, Holland, I don't mean trade fence from near the Enchakra. Then another difference also no, but me also about fence soon. I say, dear Quan.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no can see I can't know. Ah, yes, a company shows on
London to France.
Me no can see I can't know. Ah, yes, a company shows on yes, a more plane, you know.
France.
Me no can see I can't know. Ah, yes, a company shows on yes, a more plane, you know. I train no. A bit of South Africa, and check the Babu. I from Kumasi to Accra, you use 1 hour 30 minutes. You can put much like Kumasi, I have Juma Accra. That is the plan. I ask a contract, you know, Masha manufacture trains near the Babison. Next year, Kumasi, the only flat carbon, a sober.
I go, for some children did in Pabro, Budukuno, Agwawi. There seems to be a shadow. As a Okampampa, Somalia. The not want to be radio so Kumasi. Ahimfutie adehyetie odi krofotie ahematie na kwase ampanyi we ahye suit chanchan we abetena ho hwe no waso kampampa e wo Sudan I me no ka sei ensuo be na free nkran Kumasi atre ni kofa so na obi to wagye di APP ye na na etwa efuruma me say MPP mu asantifo di bisa mu agimi o Okasa no hwana na kasa wechire chairman wudumi and also be regional chairman or be national chairman ye onkofo asantimemu ene ne yepe hwe omo gimi mu achefo kene ni para no tie chire ejeje ho no chairman wudumi also akọ UK ko hu bi Eurostar I'm from UK to Amsterdam see gimi ene ye kagu ye trim ene ye downloadi ye be ye chire no edamunsuo so deche insuo be ne so eye like bosontwe anasa de insuo be na efa so efrin kran Aba Kumasi na kwasi ampanyi we hwede si gye no fin hwede ne mu fin hwede won totoro hwede won puruka ambetena TV so keka kwasi asem deche ye di free eyi no ba omiade na munsuo so no na ekufo de na munsuo ase kwasi ato wa bie mic atum wa sa nanta akeka kwasi asem tie campaign message nie
wo hono mako esi amno kasei Uni sana na da kwa kufa da Roma. Ye build train at nothing so. Seriously. Ye build train nothing so. Table fence so dash. Among Europe, UK, Holland, I don't mean trade fence from near the Enchakra. Then another difference also no. But me also about fence soon I say. Dear Quan.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no can see I can't know. Ah, yes, a company shows on yes, a more plane, you know, I train no. A bit of South Africa, and check the Babu. I from Kumasi to Accra, you use 1 hour 30 minutes. You can put much like Kumasi, I have Juma Accra. That is the plan. I ask a contract, you know, Masha manufacture trains near the Babison. Next year, Kumasi, the only flat carbon, a sober. These are things
why should we even allow this to happen in Ghana? De bia me catch Ghana for some people be so mudin kwasi asom satina santimemu me kana me nuanu no bu ofu Kevin ta santifo we did asantefo atem ebesin ne me hu asantini a ose me di asantefo atem otuma ka de ba kwa me di asantefo atem wo ho me ko kan sisi Kevin pa asantefo atem e kire wagimi ne be ka asem we a kire wo train we and sky train $2 million train a yehu $2 million ayira deche heli suit bi ehye no I saw campaign power Sudan suit chanchan bi ehye no obi nam ho no onum jot no to pene ko kan pe wahye na kwasiampan yi wati radio so na okeka nsem na yete soame na yete kageti ani yetie na chema wontumi aboa yi ete hot so Eurostar I'm from UK to France na kwasiafo we na da wodi omachi saa 8 years ah you see, in fact, my team sent me a video to play. Skytrain we are interview bia omuye MPP for mo hwe. Ya kire mu ni nyina say ya kano krona kire mante. Ya bebo amamo hwe mu nyi se eja mo. Say tumufo amante nkwasiafo afa mu bofu.
There was a headline that fascinated the international media and disconcerted Ghanaians.
Right.
Skytrains. Did you hear that?
Go on.
Is that a feasible plan for railway in this country?
You know, names. You know, and this is where I talk about managing expectations and, you know, and like I said, a program like this is really useful.
Yeah.
It's educational. It's a name, Skytrain. All right? It's a name, Skytrain. But even without that name, Skytrain, if you look at the infrastructure needed for a city, excuse me, say, but that is true, an unplanned city like Accra, you know, the technological challenges, you know, is enormous. And for that matter, you cannot envision, what do you call, for instance, they have what is called a London orbital. Yeah. It circulates around the whole of London. You cannot envision a metro. Forget the name Skytrain. Just talk about Accra Metro. A metro being a light railway system that services the entirety of inner city. You cannot envision that with the infrastructure that we've got. Look at Circular as an example. We have that train that already applies all the way through to Insawam. That is the narrow gauge. Yeah. But the new standard gauge is not going to use that same trajectory. It's going to use a different route. But then again, the roads and whatnot were not built with railways in mind. And so, how are we going to do this? With the infrastructure that we have, the huge buildings all over the place that are on land that does not belong to railway. Land acquisition, demolition, disruption, and all the rest of them. All of those have got to be factored in. And so, talking about the name Skytrain, like I said, it's just a name. And so when we are looking at the feasibility studies toward the design of a suitable network for Accra, they will of necessity, in many areas, be on raised elevated platforms. So will you call that a Skytrain? This company is just called Skytrain.
Okay.
You understand? So people play a lot on the name Skytrain. I've heard all the jokes about if I reach Achimota, how will I buy my Nkatie if I'm on the sky? But that is not the point. The point.
Papa, your friend Richard Diadong Dombo, Ono Nana, the CEO of a year Ghana Railway Development Authority, where 2019 interview. I catch it clearly. I say Skytrain be anywhere between Ghana. I catch up infrastructure wise. You're planning Accra to be able to have trains, metro, running through the skies. I'll say it is not visible and to mean see. 2019 occurs as a moyo. Now ba omi ade ni Jimmy and I'm Ghana catch say obey train and I'm wiem. This guy occurs somewhere 2019. And say who study MPP very well. Almost some strategy be say asem no eye atrokra keep making it sound say eye no kre. So who study line of conversation any reasoning eye lines are. Nim say asem no kind eye atro. But it is because the number of people are di omachine jiminti. They basically or generally group obia in that category. Enti nim say base in Jimmy. Base in Tebrofo. Base in Kosku. Enti still betuma to sa idea not to system nim because they will get even some journalists base for be to defend that. Because even the Auditor General's report, I'm not sure what they. And this SkyTrain issue, and then you be say true. The Auditor General's report 2022, Ghana bought 2 million shares in SkyTrain company established in Mauritius. Auditor General, NPP4 Eshadati company. And Omoka say, Sa company, their friend is SkyTrain. And a SkyTrain, no, and a Ghana for diao. And a Mia confirming NPP4 Ecotor shares or company. And we no make a say, Sa company na eba Ghana. Yeah, the $2 million akoshim eba be SkyTrain. Now remember, shares no motor on our company no. Every single day it makes money for them. It shares no motor no say lasting for 6 years, and so far no you better work say lasting for 6 to 7 years. Meaning shares no motor no every single year dividends and I say infrasobia beba subiano it goes to the people who are direct owners of those shares. One of the shares, Ghana money. Now, Professor Kumfi and Solomon Weno, the question to them, they say, who basically decided to say, or the Ghana for $2 million? Shares so another company, as I catch Ghana for say, that company is going to come invest $2 million into SkyTrain in Ghana. And then Papa ne catch up, don't catch up, say, there is nothing like SkyTrain. Accra, Kumasi, our cities in Ghana, building roads, we did not, at the end of the day, factor in trains that to be running through the skies. Because the skies are trains are on our roofs. And so on, approach out to the train be enam sro. Or see, the system, our system, building chrono, building your roads, we did not factor those things into it. And you say, a baby and a part to be catch or say, baby, SkyTrainer, a name keke. Idea in reality, there's no way that will be possible. Yatina Nkrumah 8 years. SkyTrain way. Yatina Nkrumah 8 solid years. As we speak tonight, SkyTrain way. Yakopie court. Yebusa Mr. Eden Akumfi. Na oya board chair. And the man who was in charge of GIF. Yebusamu say, at this point, where is the SkyTrain? Sa same way, Obibeka say, which hand? Na $2 million there. And on Yanfanko Mankuko, Yanfanko to vitamins in the nyekesiye. $2 million in conform you do alpha crime so ediscano. Emiya konfi ene sa Solomon we ne mba benya beka kire ye se ye ne papa no ma mobra ubenya MPP kwasi ampanyi bia ne papa mobra na o defend ade we adentra ye de se ye MPP fo ye de eden ye de atwa ye fruma enti MPP fo Jimmy Krampo a eden e wo se ye defend Kojo Oppong Nkrumah sat on TV so Kojo Oppong Nkrumah because I'm paying Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, and Kojo Oppong Nkrumah is telling us to say we should listen to him, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. And you see, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah used to be a journalist too. Adebio Bekebia Onimse Otantro. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah Etna TV so defended the SkyTrain. Because here when in Ghana and the catcher say, and our parliament or no ebe decide ya John Mahama buying Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah or no pono ayeditrimuma. Listen to Kojo Oppong Nkrumah on SkyTrain. Because you're paying.
Okay, now let's talk about the first SkyTrain station that was supposed to have been ready by August this year. I'm not sure I heard anything on that particular issue as well. Can you bring us up to speed on that?
I am not sure I heard mention being made of it specifically, but that would be one of a number of projects under railway development. And even under railway development, a lot of extensive work has been done and was put out there. Both on the database and at the presentation yesterday, including the railway training school, the refurbishment of coaches, the laying of new tracks, the near completion of the Tema and Pakadan line, the Accra lines, the central, the western line that is being rehabilitated, etc. So a lot of work has already gone on in railway. I think work that, if we are all being honest to ourselves, will not compare to the quantum of work that has been done, whether in the last 4 or 8 years, in the railway sector. Nobody will dispute that. Okay. Yes, they may not have met their timeline on the SkyTrain as they spoke about. Yeah. But does that mean that nothing else has happened in railway? I don't think so. I think the evidence also shows that a lot of other works have been done in the railway sector.
But our concern is on that in particular, of course, because it was to address issues of traffic in the country and all of that. We're all looking forward to it. Has it started at all? And will it be ready this year? Or it hasn't started?
No, I'm not sure it has started. I'm not sure it has started. Therefore, I don't think it will be ready this year. But if you take railway as a sector and you look line by line at the many different...
Let me just ask, did it delay because of COVID-19? And Honorable, thank you for joining us, staying with us, actually. Did it delay because of COVID-19?
I honestly don't know why there's specific delay on this project. I may have to find out from the ministry.
Okay.
Information Minister. Okotena TV3. Hwenkwasema oka. Ye busa say specifically SkyTrain no. Idea mo betuma also look at the railway sector. You see, because the news said SkyTrain was a lie. He could not emphatically or straightforward tell the journalists and Ghanaians say there's nothing like SkyTrain. It is never going to be done. But you know what he was doing? Instead of him answering specific question, no, he was basically generalizing the question or making it look like, say, a railway question. No, we're not talking about the railway sector. We were not talking about Impakadan. We were not talking about some railway lines we've done. We were asking about SkyTrain. But you see, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, true for where we come to sorry the name Kupo Kuma to action. Obiti baby, oh, you're a young man, Mamu di Ghana swa. Debi ameka Ghana for, and your age in the Didi Manso. Obidi so Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, onya president dia yewu. Or the sike jina kwa kotasha for dross. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. Sa kwa we the tise tabono. Ye busa na a simple question, Kojo. SkyTrain amodi campaign no. SkyTrain amo say mo pump $2 million wom no. The SkyTrain will it be done? When is it going to start? Also, when we talk about the railway sector, a lot has been done. Give us a specific answer, not or your information minister. So you know they know they're wrong. They know they are lying. But when so omu base in Jimmy. Akwa we ohu madrosa na ni tine honhono. Wey Adiachewa Kacho say, oh, Ghana people, vote for me. I want to be president. Na ye jiminti. We ohu madros na nitino edenden. Motam to be shedizem. Na MP kakrampo akodihwa ma ogu omoso. Okwa na dross Pentium 10 shed to. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. Atrufo ngwa. And you see, it is very important when it comes to communication. So when you're smarter, the likes of Oppong Nkrumah mone Samia Ukumuno. Omo political life, it has been about lies. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, Samia Uku, Nanabi, and it's Ankwashafono, Richard. Omo politics, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, Nanabi, and Samia Ukumuno. Omo politics, the Amo Mabedu Bemoduno, Eyatro. Go back and check. Every statement they made to help them come into politics, it was all a lie. But you see, in communication, you need to listen. Politicians, they are very good communicators. And Ebiri Kojo Oppong Nkrumah and Samia Uku. Also, he was a specific question, but he was generalizing the answer. So when you're smarter, Obegas will answer question. He didn't answer the question. He made the woman understand and say, "You this cano. Yeah, SkyTrain bia. I'm not going to answer the question, but I'm going to generalize the answer. Send a baya nipana or shamino. Na jirimun dot to say Kevin Taylor. No, Jimmy to say Bronya. Obegas a mechano kre. And that is what they have done for years. Near Tikroma na Samia Ukukachire say 2012, 2014, 15, John Dramani Mahama and NDC4. That was when Omo introduced the idea say it was set Yama enquire Omo prime JSS to SS sanitary pad. Abain M1 Omo halfway. John Mahama in 2014, 15, Omo raised this issue say Abain needs to help in Mabawa and Mabawa more SS any senior high school because Sebi ebi mo ha efi omu free no eye hia buburo ne wom yemboa na enkwara no so omo honti wo schools no ne mo Samia Uku kwasi ampanyi we your press conference catch Ghana for say John Mahama the sanitary pad ni ko ye duro kwasi ampanyi and the parliament shemra mawo Samia Uku kwasi ampanyi we or your press conference as the national youth organizer of the NPP catch Ghana mbebu ni say John Mahama idea na NDC diaba so in 2014 Yampe sanitary pad Emman Kwara na yamfam bo mo as a government na sebi omu bo mo nsa Samia Uku kwasi ampanyi we etna TV so ka kire Ghana fo nyina say John Mahama di koye duro kwasi we MP kwasi ampanyi we na fo say denchembo say o MP nyansa be on the team their political career has been about lies and I can show you evidence of Samia Uku kan ye no It has been recorded. Time no more position. Today, John Mahama Ba, Professor Nano Pokwa Jumaba, they have introduced the sanitary pad to these young girls in junior high school and senior high schools. Had the MP before here. And the issue you say, John Mahama, sanitary pad no what and was so into being see that John Mahama the Koye drew. We want Jimmy. The issues in Angasano, they don't want to discuss. 99% of MPP4 die hard on Jimmy. And una nabia otekwabre. De debia osi onisika no hochire no. Ne nanabia waba SS. Debia musu se enkwara ne bu omunsa e se topad and aban ba se obeso nkwara na sene. Ema ya che omo pad for free. Na sebi obubu omunsa wo SS. JSS omo betuma siesi omo no kwase bi ti social media. Eye endis na deba enti. Yenja esem no John Mahama ato eye de sanitary pad aso ene na ye ne problem. Kwase bi ba say ene na on TV da enti kwase be betra hey enti John Mahama auto pad kwase ampanyin sa no obakura mbo no head da kwateketwa oba man head da onim life na kwase we abetra ni show so hey enti John Mahama enti auto pad kwase ampanyin owo a onje akwara kwase ampanyin sa no owo a onje akwara nti na idea no onte ase omo agimi they only thrive on trivial matters. That is the NPP. It's a party filled with very shallow-minded fools. Na mia sebio abaino ema me ba sanitary pad. Edesese no hono. Se John Mahama tunu bedwema, what has that got to do with sanitary pad there de bre me ba no? Ekire wo yakwase aba. Omwe Jimmy and debiam ka che Ghana for say. You see in 2021 and I'm not going to go far. There are people who have taken initiatives. Oko gumwa. Mr. MPP for me Jimmy. These are initiatives, sir. Are buying people, individuals. Gumwa hima. She took it upon herself at a point or distributee sanitary parts, Emma, JSS, and SS Nkwara, Gumwa. The records are there. Where you're a queen mother or your bar, only what women go through around that area, that age. Ohima, she took that upon herself. She distributed sanitary parts to Nkwara through her organization, Ohima Gumwa Hima. This is all the way back. Yeah, Ben, let me show you. Which year? This all the way back 2021. This is a queen mother who say enkwara omo gomwa mahima gomwa omahima. This is some of her initiative. She started giving sanitary pads to enkwara omo sa gomwa area ho JSS SS. She was distributing because of your bar. Sebio no was sa age no abedru age odu no wo hu se na adwene no e wo se ye dwuma e wo se oboa sebio omomo gomua omo nyina na wo sika ombeto sanitary pad amomma. No, these are people who are thinking, who are intelligent, who are thinking about the people. Inti ababiaba this kind of initiative, even though John Mahama at about 2015 MPP4 propaganda man say you know still me form what Ghana omadwene ye dwuma omo ya hema omo nim nyansa ka say this is a good initiative. In the 2021, not NDC in our power. No, not MPP in our power. And so Ohima, Gomwa Hima decided to do this. School for, I can show you, Mami Cho. I didn't MPP for more Jimmy Sa, me can Bianca. Oh, ya Hima for the Bisomra, no mombe, Mebwa, in Kwawe, you got sanitary parts. Ohima, Gomwa Hima, and the Maomo. Mumu be more Jimmy, more MPP for more Jimmy. Now to me who obabesia to be better social media. Hey, John Mahama, wato sanitary pad. Oya kwasia. Wona sebi obusumi bia ubu nsama moja tan. We Jimmy. No ama bema betra ho e ka asem we akire. Era John Mahama to sanitary pad na wo oba na wo ye no. Oba mu na wo ye na ase kire sen. You don't even know what makes you a woman. Onyonko ba na ni afi. Wafa wo bra no mu bra no ende o kire se ye ma no ehia se ye beti omo ho MPP mu ye moa ye ka se emmoa fita ye ka se nipa ya boa MPP ni me say de bia hu MPP ni na hu Cobra mantam MPP ni bodan mu we Jimmy se bi onya ejanan a obedi MPP ni a we Jimmy. These are things people were doing. It is when the government came into power, no one would say people want to continue this initiative. Now abino, this is the Queen Mother. Distributed sanitary pads. Eman Korano, awufo ni bi ewu hiha omo. Gomwa hema 2021 or started chair sanitary pad man kora. Now no nyoba. Oji says she's not been in that position before. Oji says she doesn't know how it feels like at this age. No go school. Na sebio webu unsa that you don't know what is going on, what to do. Oji says she doesn't know, she has not felt that before. Moya nkwasiya for MPP for. Moya say mwa anytime mi mumuno. I don't see you MPP for some way nipa mwe Jimmy. Mumudu duwanu mwe Jimmy ntina party ni ya musano. Na hu obabesia di MPP echi. Osi hai John Mahama watu sanitary pad. John Mahama watu sanitary pad a sebio moja bu na insuo eguwa. Moja ebuwa John Mahama ojina obi uya kwasia. Osi Kevin tell di atem mi di kwasia atem because mumudu duwanu mwe Jimmy. And you see these kinds of initiative. Yanfan say ahima omo Ghana every region Obiatu Nuzi was say Obe be NGO and they are going to try and supply sanitary pads to schools or community. Oju sanka also buying a crampo ehano Huzi. Do you think Anka Ebedru point to be Abai will employ these Queen Mothers to be the distributors of these things and also a job creation and I'm but more MPP for me and for more Jimmy a mumbe manema my say mokuya munimu mokuya my say mokuya mojini kwe chire my say nine my say prekoma modia Ghana no mama ne nkoso enya mo a ye de mamo so a na nkwasiafo mu ntumi mu ye ka mo se ye didi mu atam mo Jimmy esi apoto na mo gin say de bia me ka che Ghana for say Baby Ghana edru no. Obi a we Jimmy a onye ready say obeboa e mo wachechire Ghana no. Leave that fool behind. Hey. Anija de bia na amanfo bi ka say, I Kevin Taylor and ye what can some we tia ye me see me mpo bi a chew da how to vote. Never. Say your group of people who are Ghana. You say o ka say tia ma me see me akọ. Adabo say me pa chew say to Obama we me jam show. Me paucho so me kase koto abama wo bia me mema winjina so anytime me catch Ghana for from all the way 2017 say they have to vote for the NDC because me the fact natural. So me I'm not intimidated by those things so and yeah oh yeah what I say tia me you metu tia no da na otoma wan ochi da na oto aba ma wan da otoma omo otoma mo no na otoma mo enti dia na me ka kire obese san wadwene Omo my imagine some best some imagine ebu Ghana no omo na ebe bo omo me akọ enim we Jimmy I will leave you behind. O se Jimmy for make so we Jimmy for o se me bo abaso se bi o Ghana na nya nipa bi dia. Enti musha politicians na no mahunahuna omo na me akọ you cannot intimidate me with any twen ye betu etia na me se dadada na wo to kwahin. Where the 40 years about to nyina wo to my MPP. Enti ade na me mpa wo chawo. Where the 52 years about what to our brabo nyina otoma MPP intimenya dem me pa ocho obodam weja uja kwa boga ena maka kire no about 6:56 p.m. aka 4 minutes now about 7 4 minutes now about 11 wo Ghana maka kire say I control the airwaves betuma ginim 6 hours obi antumi nye onyame na de adom me a consistency a discipline. Enti yeti ha also tia say ye dwudwam de bia so bebe dwudwam yenko be bia nyankopon ewo ho a wama yenkwa de bia medwudwam ende wo pa kun ho wa so upeo ade chia medwudwam a wo bete tie so upeo medwudwam na wanhwe kora ade chia wo bete se medwudwam. And omo do me Ghana party PZ for enyame a anka education bebrebe atro ye di omko nim and udu PZ a your book Kevin Taylor no be adan ni because me say and oba asantememu na so ka say yen to aba e wo me ene otumfo se ditu so a so otumfo be bitimi or the 3 vote pe me na me ka kire wo ma jimi din e wo kwan paso maka no kure ma na ka nipa akoma maka no kure ama ensem a ye kata ho no ye bie so yentomago a yensi ni wabontenem ende me de abegu abontene esi ahata me se otumfo se tutu na pia wodome na me do se me ne otumfo gina bantema ne yeto yeso aba or the 3 votes eye bantema hene eye sakwa hene ene eye de bant tepa hene sankofo de beto ama eye otumfo ebiti me 3 votes nobody I control eye asanteman because me se be mpuntu ba fie